is Cheryl, and I've known Dr. Osterhout since he was very young. Mostly in his older years, I have kept informed with his life through Facebook and how outstanding he's been and the things he's done in his life. But I did know some about this even before I moved out of town. But I was living, like I said, out of town. I lived in Florida. And in Florida, I had issues with an unknown itch within about a 5-year span. And it seemed to be healing through CBD treatments, but it returned with vengeance. My skin was so torn and full of blood blisters, and I was exhausted from not sleeping. The itch was so bad that my life was hiding in my home and being miserable. My husband could hardly stand being in the bed with me because I shook the whole bed with my scratching. It was uncontrollable. My friends just couldn't stand to look at my skin, so I covered it up the best I could, but living in Florida, it's kind of hard to do. Anyway, the CBD treatments no longer helped. So doctors could not find out what was causing the problem. They had no ideas and no conclusions for me. But they gave me meds to try to ease the itch. I'm sorry to say, but those meds just made things worse. So my husband and I prayed about it, and God gave us a way to be able to come to Dr. Osterhout. We found that, after all, insurance does pay for some of the different treatments here. And that was wonderful. But God gave us a way. And it was well worth receiving any help that we could, but even without that help, it's worth every penny to come. So if you can, just do whatever you can and dig deep in your heart and know if you can do it. But within the first week, I saw some changes, and after a month, I noticed that I barely had any issues with my skin anymore. It was wonderful. Oh my gosh, I can't even explain how wonderful it was. If you were to ask me if it was worth the money and the time, excuse me, but it's more than worth the time. It's been such a blessing to me. And there's multiple things that it helped me with, not just only my itch, but I haven't been able to walk very well. I have other issues anyway. I don't want to go into a bunch of detail, but it has changed my life extremely since probably the last 10 to 13 years, possibly. Through different testing, Dr. Osterhout was able to find different issues that were affecting my body in multiple other ways. I'm doing so much more than I have done. And I want to thank Dr. Osterhout for his determination to follow out his dream, to make himself better and to help others. Most of all, I thank God for giving Stephen the ability to do and have this knowledge. Also, his wisdom in directing us, God's wisdom that is, in directing us to Dr. Osterhout. And I never want to leave out the people who have been an influence and a help in my healing. The staff, from the desk to the therapist, and all other doctors and staff here. They are so awesome, helpful, patient, and so kind. I want to thank them all. And before I say goodbye and finish this, there was one other thing I want to say. Here at the office, they're having just a fun thing for those who come in next week, and it's a best costume contest. And I just wanted to say, this is my costume. My costume is healthier than I've ever been before. Wealth, meaning wealthier in love of the Lord Jesus Christ that sent me here, of the friendships I've made, the new friendships, and then wiser in my health issues and how to live my life in a way that makes me healthier and better. And I just thank you for your time.